Hi guys, it's been a while since I've been able to read a story to you. I've been sick and we've been out of town and all that other good stuff. So, hello Stanley, hello Julian. Hope you're enjoying the New Year's festivities. And I have a little book to read to you. It's called Long Long's New Year. And it's kind of about the Lunar New Year, but it's also about something else that's coming up. So, we'll read this story to you today. It's kind of long too. All right? So, here we go. Hey, Long Long, wake up! We're almost there. Long Long peeped out over the baskets of Grandpa's juicy cabbages. It was his first time ever to ride to town. He'd never seen so many people talking, walking, cycling, and exercising to their favorite music. Spring Festival was in the air. There's Long Long in the carriage. He's just sticking his head up now. Suddenly there was a loud bop. "Ay-ya!" cried Grandpa as he looked at the cart's flat tire. "I'll push, you pull," said Long Long. The sun was already high in the sky, and they had to hurry to arrive at the market before the customers. Grandpa was anxious to sell his cabbages so their family would have money for Spring Festival. They unloaded the baskets, then Long Long set off to find a bicycle repair shop. Why would he need to do that? To fix the tire. Every now and again, bicycles and carts get flat tires, huh? "Ay-ya!" shrieked a lady wobbling on her bicycle, balancing oranges and a lively fish she bought for her lunch. She headed straight for Long Long, braking just in time. The fish flopped out of the lady's basket. Oranges flew everywhere, and Long Long darted about, scooping them up and putting them back in the basket. The lady gave Long Long a big lipstick smile and handed him an orange. It was only then that he noticed she'd stopped right outside the bicycle repair shop. Yeah, all those people in town. Wow. It's kind of busy, huh? There we go. The repairman patched the tube and put it back inside Grandpa's tire. Now other people were waiting for repairs. "Shall I help for a while?" asked Long Long. "Good idea," said the repairman. "How about pumping some tires?" Boy, he's a nice helper, isn't he? Long Long pushed down on the pump with all his strength. Each of his customers dropped 3 or 4 coins into a wooden box. The repairman thanked Long Long, pressing a shiny new silver yen coin into his hand. Oh, yen forgiveness. Wow. "Long Long, you're back," Grandpa smiled, but Long Long saw that the baskets were still full. "Don't worry, Grandpa. The bicycle's repaired, and look, I got an orange and I made some money." Grandpa looked at the shiny coin in Long Long's hand. "You're a good grandson, Long Long, but this coin won't buy all the food for Spring Festival." Long Long felt sad. He and Grandpa had patiently counted the days until the cabbages were ready for market. Ma and little cousin Hong Hong would be disappointed if they brought home only a cartload of wilted leaves. Close by, an old woman was selling cabbages too, but hers weren't as fresh as Grandpa's. When nobody was looking, she sprinkled the leaves with water to make them look fresher. That's not fair, is it? The old woman called out to passers-by before they even reached Grandpa's baskets. She waved her cabbage leaves under their noses and weighed them quickly. The cheated townsfolk didn't notice the holes and the dust. She was cheating them, wasn't she? That's not right. Long Long wandered off, trying to think what to do. Soon he arrived at a street restaurant. The smells from the cook's pan were wonderful. "Hey, you hungry?" shouted the cook. Long Long looked at his silver coin. What should he buy? 2 steam buns stuffed with pork and ginger? No, rice soup with pickled vegetables. Then Long Long remembered Ma and little Hong Hong. He put the coin back in his pocket. "I've never seen you around here," said the cook. I came with Grandpa to sell cabbages, answered Long Long quietly. Then sell me fresh cabbage for my soup and steamed buns, she said. Long Long, there he is. Long Long led the cook back to Grandpa. He was worried that she would buy cabbages from the old woman instead. But when she saw the old woman, the cook shouted angrily, I told you never to come back here. What are you selling this time? More holes and caterpillars? A crowd gathered round to see what was happening, and soon everybody was buying from Grandpa. He weighed the leaves carefully. Then Long Long tied them like bunches of flowers to present to the customers. The old woman couldn't stand it. She spat and hissed and stamped her feet, but this didn't help her sell anything, did it? All those people. This is pretty good artwork too, isn't it? Long Long, we've sold every single leaf, called Grandpa. Now we have all the money we need for Spring Festival. They bought spices, rice, flour, and cooking oil, firecrackers, and lucky words like "foo" painted on red paper. Everything went into the cart, except for a huge salted fish. There wasn't room, so Grandpa tied it to the handlebars. Then he stopped outside the 100 Goods store and handed 10 yen to Long Long. Go and treat yourself, said Grandpa, while I tie everything down into the cart for the journey home. There we go. Inside the 100 Goods store, a mother was buying bows for her little girl's hair. Long Long thought of Hong Hong and bought 2 that were shaped like strawberries. They'd be perfect for Hong Hong's plaits and would match her rosy red cheeks. Red was also the color of Ma's hands when they were cold. Long Long chose hand cream for Ma, but the rest of Grandpa's 10 yen wasn't quite enough. If he had only 1 more yen. And then Long Long remembered the coin in his pocket from the bicycle repairman. He held it out proudly to the shop assistant. Suddenly, the beating of a gong and the roll of drums came from a procession passing by outside. Long Long ran to see. Oh, wow, look at all of those people. That's quite a parade, isn't it? Really neat artwork in this book, isn't it? Back at the cart, Grandpa was waiting for Long Long. He was holding a stick of toffee fruit. I've bought you a tonghu too. I can't say that too good, Stanley. I hope you understand, he said. Let's go home now, Long Long. Ma and Hong Hong are busy preparing our own spring festival. As Grandpa and Long Long rode home, they saw flashes of red paper in the doors and in the windows of the houses. Why are they putting red paper out there, huh? I think you know, Stanley. Chop, 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 they heard as they arrived home. Ma was preparing dumplings for dinner. Hong Hong came running out. They're back, she shouted, and Ma appeared at the door. Long Long took a square of red paper with "Foo" painted on it. He pinned it upside down to the front door. Ma and Grandpa smiled and Hong Hong clapped. Happiness and good luck had arrived at Long Long's home just in time for Spring Festival. We're getting towards the end here. I can't even turn the page. And that's it. That's all there is. That's a little story about the very first Chinese Spring Festival. And it says, far back in time, there was a village just like Long Long's. But the people there lived in fear. Every 12 months, a terrible monster called Nion came up from his den on the seabed to torment the villagers. One year, as they fled to the mountains to escape, they passed a beggar on his way to the village, but nobody stopped to warn him. The only person left at home was an old widow too tired to run after the others. She invited the beggar in and told him about the monster. The beggar offered his help, but he asked the old woman to cook him some dumplings, as he was very hungry. Chop, 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 as the woman prepared the vegetables for the dumplings, Nayan awoke from his long, deep dreams and approached the village. Sleepy-headed, he was irritated by the chopping noise the old widow made. He charged toward her house, but the beggar was ready for him. Red paper, which the beggar had pinned to the doors and windows, flashed across Nayan's sensitive eyes. They felt as though they'd been stabbed by 1,000 needles. Then the beggar set fire to a magic baton of bamboo. Crackle, splat, sss. Nayan's delicate ears couldn't stand the noise, and he fled back to the bottom of the sea, whereupon the beggar disappeared. When the villagers returned from the mountain, the old widow had told them the beggar's advice. Since then, Chinese people have followed his example every spring festival. The only difference is that nowadays people don't have magic bamboo batons to scare Nayan away. What do you think Long Long's family will use instead? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have to tell your mom that one because I can't hear you on that, Stanley. But I hope you have a really nice rest of your New Year's. And that was a nice little story. Never heard that other story before either, have we? So, with that in mind, you guys, Julian and Stanley both, behave your mom and dad, okay? And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.